welcome back to the Captain's Quadrant and this run of the Agony Booth. We are in the booth with the episode of Let He Who Is Without Sin from the Deep Space Nine series way back in the 90s. So the visual is square, but we aren't. All right, we're always going to be hip and cool.
Oh, we're looking pretty square here tonight.
Yeah, I guess a little bit. Yeah, keep it in the consistency, right? We've got this week's Weird Sans Jason, who loved the episode so much, he went over and went to Risa. So he basically is part of that whole world. He's there
he is right now. That's a live feed from Risa.
Yeah, there he is.
And you can see Jason is dressed appropriately.
Exactly. For her Maharouge, right?
Yeah. I'm just glad he went to the effort to wear his good clothes.
Right. Yeah. His Sunday best, absolutely.
His Sunday best, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for him. Enjoy your vacation over at Risa. So this episode left a lasting impression for him, and we love him dearly. So let me tell you, how are you, Jason?
I'm doing good. I'm keen to talk about it. Let's get
we suffered.
Let's get this synopsis going and let's do it.
All right, let's WTF it. We just watch.
No, we're doing the synopsis first.
Oh, synopsis. Yes, correct. Yeah.
We'll steer the ship right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, here we go. So the synopsis for the episode is this. Terry Farrell.
Is it a swimsuit?
Yes. No, I'm kidding. But it's true. She's in a swimsuit.
Here we go. The best part of this episode.
While vacationing on Risa, Worf and Dax meet a group of fundamentalist protesters who claim that the Federation has gone soft.
Soft. Ugh.
Yeah.
This episode is soft.
All right. And now we can go.
Yeah, WTF do we just watch?
Yeah. Once I get it up, I'm not even organized. Here we go.
This Risa business. All right, Jason, start us off. WTF did we just watch?
A soap opera episode of, basically like a Mills and Books romance novel kind of episode, which goes into, pretty boring, well-tread territory, because not maybe the sexy part, but the whole terrorist kind of plot on an alien. I feel like we've seen it a lot. Mm-hmm. So even though the highlight is some images we'll show, and certainly some great pics we got from this episode. No, it's pretty bland, to be honest with you. Bland. It doesn't leave you like thinking it's a bad episode, but it definitely is not a good episode in my book.
Yeah, no, this is one of those ones that you kind of want to skip because it's just like, there's nothing that is resolved. Move the plots forward for the Dominion.
Oh no, there's a reason why I would still watch it. But...
there's one reason for us. The Terry Farrell. Well, the spots go all the way down. We learned, so that's that's redeeming features. Anyway, this was so hard to watch because the bad guy didn't do anything. He just stood there and said, "It was a grump." He came, you're having fun. Worst, the whole motive for him was just to be a buzzkill. And
in a way, I mean, from his perspective, he felt the time that the Federation needed to be shaken up. That they've got it too easy, basically, and they need to be far more military focused.
Right.
But yeah, it was bland.
Yeah, it's so bland. It was what is it, White Toast? Is it
he was the White Toast villain of the week.
It was the White Toast villain, yeah, for sure. And then we got this weird breakup story with Chase Masterson's Lita and Dr. Bashir played by this is weird. And then the weirdest thing was they started kind of flirting with other people, and Worf was like, "Hey, how dare you?" And that was like,
they were doing more just flirting, mate. They were going to Pound Town.
They were humping the world into submission. But I just felt like it just didn't make sense, and it was kind of rough to watch because it just dragged. And when you watch in classic Trek, and I say classic because it was before the big switch into the big digital world of the high def, where you get all the pew pew and everything that's going on, like we get in Discovery and Strange New Worlds. We're watching this stuff. It's it's weird because it's square, like I had said in the beginning,
Uh,
and there's this like fuzz.
well,
And
yes, they haven't done the HD transfer yet, which
right.
they've done for Next Generation. That's why when you watch Next Generation, it looks gorgeous. And in fact, depending on where you watch it, I've seen a widescreen version and the square version
Oh,
that's been upscaled. So,
wow.
yeah, they need to do it with this Envoy.
Yeah.
This feels like they got the Vaseline and just threw it at the lens
Right. That's what I
and
was gonna
just
say.
smudged it.
Yeah.
But it's also, it was done on tape. They'd have to get the original tapes, which I'm sure Paramount still have,
Yeah.
and do that digital transfer. People have been wanting it for years.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't have it here because of the life changes, but I have signed by Stephen Ira Bear that says,
Mm,
"Joe, where the hell are you?" from the Deep Space Nine documentary, and they did
mm.
Sacrifice of Angels, and they touched it up so you get that big armada.
Yeah,
Battle. Yeah, and they have you seen that clip?
yeah, I have.
It
Yep,
looks beautiful,
it
brilliant.
does.
You
It
really
does.
get the
It
details on
does.
the ships and everything. So
No.
it would be great if they could go back and touch it
Mm.
all up because I would love some really fresh, non-square, non-Vaseline lens Deep Space Nine. But
Yes.
yeah, this episode was just so boring. And it's the premise even starts out with like, okay, we're not doing anything here because it's just Odo and Worf sitting at the cafe
Yeah.
chatting, and then everybody comes in and we're gonna go to Risa, and she's Terry Fallows. Dax is telling everybody, and Worf is getting annoyed. Oh, you shouldn't be telling everybody. And it just seems like he became such a curmudgeon on that. And it's like,
You know what? I defend Worf for that. I
really?
defend Worf. Here's the problem. This is a typical scenario of a partner trying to change their partner. Like,
Mm,
at the end of the day, Worf's Worf. He's a conservative, honorable dude, right? You've
right,
been with him long enough to know what the dude is like. In fact, it's the type of dude that you fell in love with.
right.
And now you're going, oh, no, you have to come on. You need to relax. You need to relax. There is nothing worse to most men than somebody telling them, your partner telling you need to relax. It doesn't
Yeah.
relax you.
No.
So in a way, I kind of felt for him because he was kind of being nagged in this scenario. You
Right.
know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So of course he diverted his attention to a dumb political cause. So
Right. I'm gonna become a rebel. And he pretty much almost blows up the planet with the change in the
changing the weather.
the weather system.
Which was slap on the head for me. Oh, the
Yeah.
change in the weather patterns. Yay.
Yeah. Oh, now it's raining on the Paradise Island. Oh, that'll really get over to everybody. Everybody's leaves and rises. It'll be okay. Somebody else can flip the switch the other way. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat.
Sure.
We are gonna say hello to Leticia Gotash. Hello, young man. How you doing? Good to see
I
you.
would assume that's the young man you're talking about.
I think that we're both young men.
No, I am not young.
Hello, my friends. It's from our good buddy
D-Man.
Yeah,
D-Man.
be sure to go check out his wonderful interview in the first inaugural Section 31 and a half personnel.
New
files,
one coming up very soon.
Yes, we got some stuff in the pike, so be sure to like, share, and subscribe because there's going to be a lot of fun stuff going on. My mom. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Ma. Hi, Ma. How's it going? Good to see you. Hey, our co-host just popped up. This show got 33% less attractive.
But 100% smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vacation Jason.
Yeah. By the way, can we put that message back up from Jason?
This sure.
So yeah, definitely got 33% less attractive.
Thumbs up.
There should be jails for people who are wearing that headgear.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. I see you, Jason Roy Gaston. Love you right back, CSM. All right. Our good buddy, My Figure Universe. Hello, sir. In my opinion, the worst parts of this episode is Whiny Worf.
I stand by Worf's annoyance at it.
Whiny Worf. It sounds funny.
He really needs to say, bitch, leave me alone. All right, I need some space.
I need the space. I would love to see a Kickstarter for a program for a DS.
Yeah, man. Upgrade. I think everyone would throw in some change on that one.
Yeah,
it needs to be done. It absolutely needs to be done.
I agree. Totally agree. There are enough fans of the show that we could probably make it successful. Yeah. 1000%. And you are all youngsters to me.
Oh, thanks, Cosmic Mum.
Thanks, Mom. All right. It is time to move forward and hop into, well, why would they do that? Okay, so before we fully go into this, I was just thinking, I'll probably bring it up in Aftermath, but Worf is a company man, so to speak, and he does everything that Starfleet requires of him, except bathing. So, do you think that he smells terrible and they're just okay with it, or
Excuse me.
yeah?
Just clearing my throat for this answer. I would say to Dax, he smells great, right?
Mm,
I mean, I'm sure, if he
Pheromones.
didn't, she wouldn't be,
With him, yeah,
basically, yeah. I don't know. It's a cultural thing. I mean, honestly, the smell on Risa alone would probably be a distraction. I mean, you
yeah.
imagine running a blue light over that planet.
Oh
It's
man, it'd be like,
it's pretty gross.
no, don't
Yeah.
sit there.
You'd have to be hosing down the rooms with bleach, right?
Yeah, for sure. Lysol and bleach the whole planet. Maybe that's what the rain was when they turned off the weather system. We gotta bleach. It's gross. All right, so why would they do that? Why would we go back to Risa? Like,
I think one of the reasons is they wanted to explore the relationship of Dax and Worf a bit more, but it just, it's in a way kind of exploitive. But
yeah,
I mean, there's Terry now, and I mean, yeah, in a way, that's exploitive alone. But she would have been 100% on board. I can imagine she's a very strong, independent woman who
yeah.
wouldn't have allowed herself to be exploited in a way that didn't make her feel comfortable. Shout out to Quark in this picture, though. He's got it going on. He's having the best time on Rise.
He was.
He's not attached to anyone.
No,
He's just going there with his little statues.
So trying to make a profit.
Ferengi
gonna Ferengi.
Got to get his ear stroked.
Yeah, and he did for sure. He went through it.
I think that's what they tried to do there. As for the villain, our Mr. One Note villain, who's been, mind you, this actor. He's been in hundreds of TV shows.
Oh yeah,
fantastic actor. But the problem is his rhetoric was very simple. Like his reasoning was very simplistic for me, and enough that I suppose it has some parallels with the modern world. But I find him charismatic. I just didn't care. See, here's the problem. When you start off the episode like this and it's all about romance, and then you cut to something serious like that, because I wasn't connected for the first bit, I'm really struggling being connected to the B plot as such. So,
right. Yeah, it just kind of like it just kind of fell flat.
Yeah. And the Bashir thing, right?
Yes.
These guys, an interesting kind of subject about relationships and modern relationships. And I found that kind of fascinating because it's kind of polyamorous that they're kind of doing before that was a term that was created.
Yeah. They were poly before poly was cool.
Yeah. And when I said bleach the city, this is there. Bleach the whole place. Bleach it now.
No,
you should have planes fly over bleaching it.
Yeah. like when they had the big fires, it's just bleach. Yeah, absolutely.
There is one complaint I would have about Worf in this episode. The decision that he makes is he wanted to be politically involved, but then he does something so risky. He was so easily brainwashed in this.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. He was like, he bought in hook, line, and sinker. And then the plan itself seemed to be, well, I don't feel like Worf and the Enterprise would make that kind of stupid decision. I'm sure the Trek fans yelling at me kind of give me 17 different examples of how he has, but it just didn't feel like Worf to make such a risky choice in regards to, making it rain or whatever. And then obviously the whole, it's going to go wrong. Trying to create drama in an episode. I don't know. But either way.
Well, this is one of my favorite things about the old school 22 to 25 episodes of any show that was on in the 90s is we have to have filler episodes. And this is a classic filler episode. Doesn't really move the plot along for the overall arc of the season. It's just one of those episodes to get things, going, give you more time with the characters. And the ensemble cast of Deep Space Nine is such a fantastic group that I'm okay with watching these bad episodes.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I will say this. I mean, you're so right. The acting's so good that I buy in 100% to all the relationships on this
right,
show,
yeah,
especially between Worf and Dax. It's
yeah,
great. I just don't know if I needed to do it be explored in this way.
right, right. And so when we get to these filler episodes, I feel like one of the real reasons they went back to Risa
Mm,
is to really enjoy the extreme fitness of Terry Farrell
yeah,
that we got. And it was weird because I met Alexander Siddig in
yeah.
person, and I know him to be kind of like a buff dude, well, not buff, but like in good shape. But he was so thin in this
Yeah,
episode.
look at him. He looked like
Yeah,
you could just push him over and his
yeah,
bones would break.
yeah.
So,
And to
yeah,
think that he was almost Captain Cisco,
yeah. Well, there you
that
go.
just blows my mind. It's like, oh, he's so
Yeah,
thin. I mean, young and everything, and good for
mm,
him. He's got a good metabolism. I don't, but
yeah.
oof, so skinny. Um, Chase Masterson looks fantastic today, as she did
Ah,
in
yeah,
Long Island. Look, she's so beautiful,
yeah.
and
It's
she's got
gorgeous.
such a great heart. Like, one of the things that I love about her is so much charity work that she does
Yeah,
on her own. She's a
yeah.
fantastic person, and
Um,
one of the things that we'll get into in one of the other ones. Why don't we do that now? Let's hop into redeeming features.
Redeeming features.
Yeah.
Twinkle in his eye.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna just start this one off because my redeeming feature,
Mm,
big plus on this guy is the backstory we get on Chase Masterson's character Lita. She's one of those kind of quasi regulars that comes on the show, not kind of
mm,
like a Andrew Robinson, but doesn't have that
mm,
massive impact. She does have a massive impact on the show in a
yeah,
different way,
yeah.
not spy and everything like that. She's just
Mm,
really a worker that's doing her thing, and surprises everybody. And one of my favorite redeeming features on this episode is, I really fell for somebody else, and that's why we had to break up. Oh, well, I gotta know. And then Quark is. I just love that whole interaction in that scene where Quark is trying to like, that's it. You just break a plate and it's over. There's no arguments. There's no fight. And she was like, "Yeah, we're fine." And I'm moving on to somebody else. And he's like, "Oh, we're moving on to somebody else." He's like fiending for that
mhm,
altercation.
mm.
And when you find out it's Rom, and he's like, and Bashir and Armin Quark are like, Rom.
Mhm.
I to this day that still makes me laugh. And I was like,
It's a good scene too, because like I said, they were basically like a polyamorous, maybe in a way. I'm sure there's a better definition out there. But
yeah,
they were handling in their relationships, sleeping with other people. I think that was fairly well intimated. But the fact is, they were so proud in themselves, the arrogance of their own maturity about how they were handling this relationship was easily broken apart.
yeah.
And by the end of that scene, he's like, "Oh," like they're annoyed. So,
Mhm.
there's a kind of little comment being made there. But yeah, it's a good scene. It's definitely
Great scene.
it is the strongest part of this episode for
Yeah.
me. Is those tiny moments that we get.
Hmm. Would you consider that like the C plot?
It would be a C plot. I would
Yeah.
say it's definitely a C plot for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, was totally.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, sorry, go on.
and then the random gratuitous special guest, Vanessa Williams.
Yes.
It was
I
just so
thought
random. It's like, is that Vanessa
she's
Williams?
randomly there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if I've got a pic of her, to be honest with you. Let me have a look. I don't think I do, actually.
Yeah,
For
but
me, because she's that forgettable in the episode.
yeah, she's like, I used to hang out with Curzon Dax. Oh God, another person that Curzon slept with. Oh,
Yeah.
just the curmudgeon wharf, whiny
Yeah.
wharf, as I
Yeah.
think should be a T-shirt. I'm gonna put that on on our.
If you're Worf dating Jax, right, you absolutely have to not care about body count, do you?
No, oh my God, that's probably millions. Sensibia is pretty old.
Yeah.
And then you got, oh man, and then both genders too, because Dax played the
Oh
field.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jax.
Dax
Yeah.
got her stuff in, man. Oh my goodness. That was great. That was great.
Got her stuff in.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
That's a captainism. That's a Joe Dovism. Joeisms. All right, Joe, tell me, what's your redeeming features for this episode?
I think we've kind of already expressed them, that scene. Again, the performances are great. You can't question at this
Right.
point, season 5. They're all masters of their craft at this point.
Right.
Yeah, that was it. There's not a lot to celebrate, but there's not a lot to hate. It just
Right.
washes over me as, to me, very soap opera-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really paying attention, but I
Yeah.
kind of have to because of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I got for redeeming features, mate.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll fine-tune machine this week. We're gonna move into
something new.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let me catch up.
Well, it's not new. We've done Star Trek news before, but we are inserting it this week because we do have a lack of Jason, who's currently in the gear that we showed you, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what he's currently wearing right now.
Risa,
but we got some news. I thought it'd be interesting. And this is breaking news from within the last few hours. But
correct.
It's Star Trek news, but it's not. But I think it's worth talking about. That's Star Trek Picard's Todd Stashwick joins the Marvel Vision series. Now, if you guys don't know, and I'd be shocked if you're a Star Trek fan and didn't know this, but Terry Matalas is the showrunner for Vision Quest, I think the rumor is going to be called.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he likes to look after his buddies. So Todd Stashwick is on board, which is really exciting stuff for Todd because we love him. We think he's amazing.
He's a great dude.
And there is giving you a hint of the character he's going to play. So he plays an assassin who is on the trail of the android and the technology he possesses. So I'm thinking, unless there's a character switch like they did early in season 3, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
One of the bad guys. Hopefully he redeems himself throughout the series. But good news for Todd Stashwick, and should be a slap in the face to Paramount.
Yeah. How could you not like Greenlight Legacy, man?
Well,
crazy.
You've got him going on the tour for the promo tour for Picard season 3, being very honest about how he would love to continue it.
Right.
And Paramount let him walk out the door.
I couldn't believe it.
Like, even if you didn't want a green light Legacy, wouldn't you have just given him a bunch of money just to be head of development?
Right. Just like oversee it, like James Gunn for DC.
Or a Dave Filoni role in Star Wars. You know, he started out doing small and then he's worked his way up. So excellent news for Todd Stashwick. And man, my interest for the Vision Quest show went right up.
Yep.
Knowing that Terry Matalas is involved, and even more excited that Todd Stashwick.
Yeah. So we will be getting Disney Plus again in this house once that shows back up.
Yeah. It
is. Yeah. Right now.
At the moment. Yeah. I get that. Yeah. Acolyte would have been enough reason for that. The next story we got is a very sad story, but this week we lost one of the great great performers, because really he's a musician. But most of us love and know him from Deep Space Nine. James Darren passed away.
Yeah, Vic Fontaine.
But he lived to the age of 88, so big bucket of win there. You live into 88, you're getting a good innings.
Yeah.
So that was yeah. But you know, this guy started off in Deep Space Nine really as a one-note holodeck character for one episode, I think, and just because of I don't know, just his performance and what the writers thought, he started getting more and more episodes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where he became an integral part of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
In the sense he played like a counselor role in the end.
Yeah. You know? Especially for Nog.
Well, that was the episode, Joe, that I was going to mention.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. We all know it, don't we? That episode with Nog, where he's dealing with Nog's post-traumatic stress disorder after losing his leg.
Yeah.
Is wonderful. And James Darren was wonderful on it. So, you know, very sad, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he lived a great life. He was a fantastic singer. Close your eyes and sometimes you think it's Frank Sinatra singing.
Had a velvet voice.
Yeah, very velvet voice. And, you know, he had played some roles in early television years ago.
Yeah.
So he had a very illustrious career as well. And I heard he was a gem at all the conventions that he did attend.
Yeah.
And when they used to have the Star Trek at Vegas and he would show up, everybody loved their experiences with him. So again, I wish I would have gone to that event there in the Vegas realm when I think they had their own hotel. It was a Star Trek hotel or something like that. But really wish I would have made that to meet him, especially. So big
loss.
Big loss. And music, because he was the actual singer. So,
and finally, the last story I want to talk about is for you physical media collectors.
Oh,
we're getting another re-release coming up. You're getting your 4K 45th and 45 years, Joe.
I can't believe
45 freaking years.
When you share that in our chat, and maybe that's something that folks will learn more about in the future, but I was shocked. I was like, seriously? Like 45 years? I can't be, because I'm 40 something. And I remember it was just like I thought it was just a year, but it was 2 years. It's just
man, I remember going to see this. I remember being 5 and taken to the cinema with my parents to go see it.
Now this is the one with
I fell asleep in it.
Yeah, it's boring. Yeah. It
wasn't good for a 5-year-old. I'll tell you that.
No. This is the Star Trek boring. The Search for Sleep. That's what we call that one.
However, it's interesting that we all thought, I would say about 5 years ago, that physical media is dead as a doornail. No point collecting anymore. It's great to see it survived it, and we're still getting these kind of releases. So
yeah,
there you go, Joe.
After what happened with Star Trek Prodigy and Paramount completely removing it from their streaming service.
Oh, you don't have a choice, do you?
Yeah, I think that really woke people up, especially Star Trek fans, because at any point in time they could just be like, you know what, no more Deep Space Nine.
Oh man, how many times have you been onto a streaming service? Go, I'm going to watch that movie. You go to watch it, it's been removed.
Yeah, how many times did Netflix do that to me?
Yeah,
so for sure,
All right.
Well,
before we move on, should we check in with the chat?
Yes, I was just going to say, let's see what we're talking about. My Figure Universe says, "Oh hey, is that
oh yeah,
oh yes it is. I agree, MFU." That's our good buddy Damon. Worf has daddy issues. He fell for this guy's BS because he's always looking for acceptance. Interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point. My Figure Universe, I will take that on board for sure.
Yeah, we got a nice little psychiatry back. A real plus for this episode, like this, it allows for the other actors to show, like on the show, to direct. In this case, Renee Auberjonois-Jones.
Great point. Yes, he did direct this episode. Have zero issue with how it shot.
Right. No, that's not the issue. It's the story that kind of just fun fact, when my wife and I were married, 90% of our music at our wedding was changed.
That rocks hard, dude.
That's amazing.
That is
that's deep. So then now you have another extra purpose in the wheel of things. Oh man. So it's a big loss for you too. My question is, which version of the film is it? Okay,
I can't answer that. If we go back to the screen, right in the middle of the screen here, this steelbook is for the original theatrical cut of the film. If you read that top line here, it is, yes, there it is. So that's what it'll be.
All right. Brilliant. Well, there we go. And that's all from our friends in the chat. And if you have some friends that enjoy chatting Trek, make sure to invite them along so we can all chat and have a good time. Are we also bringing back a former favorite?
We are. We're doing it right now.
Yay.
It's time for stupid Star Trek questions.
Yes, our beloved segment returns, and if you have a stupid Star Trek question, be sure to drop a comment below here or follow us on one of our socials, Captain Squadron, and we will put it on the show and have a nice little chat with our folks in the chat room. So it's a whole lot of fun here at the Captain Squadron.
Okay, here we go. Here it is. It is our friend David Jones, who appeared in an episode. He's fantastic talent. He appeared in an episode of A Cloak of War as a background actor.
Right.
And he's got a question: is why did I have a twin in Under the Cloak War?
Yeah.
Why did I have a twin? Is he saying that there's a version of him still alive?
I think that's what he's saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, was it a transporter accident? And there's like a Tom Riker running around.
Maybe stuck in a transporter with the doctor's daughter.
Hanging out.
Patty cake.
Or Alan Moraine. I think that's what they were playing. Yeah, that's.
But we do have another one. But yes, shout out to David Jones.
Yeah, big shout out to you, buddy.
Here we're going to have this one here, which I like. Could I print a vintage Earth vehicle with a Starfleet vehicle replicator, like say a 1938 coupe?
Mm.
And it got me thinking, like, what car would I replicate if I had that opportunity? So I have a couple.
Mm-hmm.
This first one, if you're not Australian, you're not going to get this reference. But if you're Australian, I think you'll be delighted by this. I would first build a Go-Go Mobile.
That's not Mr. Bean's car.
That's a G-O-G-G-O.
Oh God!
Not the Dart. I'm not talking the Dart. I'm talking the Go-Go Mobile. Trust me, there's some Australians right now cracking themselves. But no. If it was up to me, of course, it has to be the Honda Odyssey, because that is fire.
We're from Deadpool. We're gonna throw it out in it. That's for sure.
In theaters now. But Joe, I'm not alone. You decided that if there was a vintage car that you would print with the vehicle replicator, it would be this one here.
Yes, the Fiat Multiplia. This is an excellent car because it's made from Fiat, being the ugliest car in the world.
It's damn ugly.
It is ugly.
Real ugly.
You see how it has like the two front lights and then fog lights on the windshield?
Like, what the hell is that? Like, what the hell is it?
Oh man, I love it. I love it. I love ugly cars. They're fun. And you know what though? It looks like it's a practical space mobile.
How would you get fuel? Do you think petrol, like gasoline, exists?
No, I think gasoline's way done. I think
way done. So how are you running your vintage car?
It's got dilithium crystals in a whole
Yeah, but then it's not a vintage car, is it?
No. But I mean, they figured it out. Or maybe they use water for it.
Don't know.
Yeah, I
drink it. He'll drink it. This is a warrior's drink.
It's the exhaust from my car, you know.
But I did like that stupid Star Trek question.
That was a great one. Thanks, Captain Meg.
What car? Hey guys, in the chat, let us know what cars you would print.
Yeah, what would you guys do?
Please send us some more stupid Star Trek questions. And we want this to be back being a regular part of the show, because there's some stupid questions out there that we need to answer.
Yes, love them.
We'll end it.
Join us next week for more stupid Star Trek questions.
All right. We got through that segment without an expert being handy.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
Like, because normally we rely on Jace to give us the technical information for us to then.
So what happens is the replicators use a polymer third.
He would know. If anyone's going to know.
He would know.
How would he know? How would he know? Because this is the dress standard.
Thumbs up, buddy. He's having a good old time on Risa.
All right. Let's you got to give me a second. Fill in for 30 seconds.
Yes. So let's did we get any more comments here? Okay. Here we got a car. That would be fun. I'd get a 67 Mustang Fastback. Don't know what that looks. 67 Mustang Fastback. Wow. And that is that's a cool, that's a badass car though. That would make sense because that's badass. You know what I mean? I get that. You know, I'd like ugly stuff, like a Nissan Cube would also be on my list. You know what the cool thing about the Nissan Cube is?
No.
The back seat reclines.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen, I've seen a couple of videography companies, which is the industry I'm in, a couple of those cubes being their car of choice.
That makes sense because you got that such a high back. It
stands out and it's branded all appropriately, and
it's got that high back, so you can put a lot of your videography equipment in it.
Yeah. All right, Joe, do me a favor, hit the segment of the Wheel of Agony. We're ready to do this.
Well, it's time, Jason. It's time to spin the wheel. The Wheel of Agony. All right.
Here we are. Hi, Daddy Wolf. Hi.
All right. So just a FYI, if Jason's face is landed on this week, we're going to spin the wheel again because
I'm burning my house down.
Yeah, his Sir Pink Hat is right on Risa right now.
Sir Pink Hat.
Sir Pink Hat is unavailable, so he can't give us his episode. So let's spin the wheel.
Have you noticed I did add a new one without telling you guys this week too? I added The Haunting of Deck 12. Controversial episode for me to put in there because I think a lot of people like it.
I don't know that one.
Well, hopefully we'll land.
Yeah, that'd be cool to land on there because I don't even remember it. So that's be awesome.
Let's spin this wheel, dude.
Let's spin it. Woo! Will you spin me right round the wharf right round like a record, baby? Right.
Okay. Yep. I have to stop it now because otherwise you'll keep singing the song. Look, here we are. Extinction. Star Trek Enterprise. We haven't done a Star Trek Enterprise episode in a beat, so this is pretty great.
Yeah.
So Extinction. Archer, Reed, and Sato, tomato, are transformed into aliens while visiting a planet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember this one. She was like some type of chimp or something like that. I remember. Yeah. Here we go. All right, well, let's hit that aftermath. I got you.
You got me?
Yep.
We were just talking about you. Everybody hates you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Everyone hates you and that episode.
And that episode.
That's a tough one to go back.
They always are. You know how much I am hanging on to when Lower Deck starts? Just to feel, because here's the problem. I love doing this show. But if you just only watch one Star Trek episode a week over months, and each one of them is known as being a bad episode,
the
motivation to keep watching them gets a bit low. So I do find myself when I do watch these bad episodes and it's left a stench, I have to go and watch some
good ones.
Some good Next Generation or a film or something like that.
Yeah. And then we'll be doing we're gonna do an Agony Booth next movie too.
Which will be we don't classify that as an
no. But that was
its own thing, but bland white people.
Yeah.
That's what the it is, we'll talk about it more on when we do the review, but it's not without its nice moments, cool moments.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a lot of them.
No, it's very few. But the best thing about that movie is the original script. It's so much better. Like, we should have done that. So much better. Yeah.
Well, they pumped that out 2 years after First Contact. Paramount were going, make another one now. You don't have time for a script, just make it.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like anyway. But we'll talk about that. When are we going to do that, Joe? We're going to do that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks, we'll be back doing that. And before you know it, it will be Lower Decks time, won't it?
Yeah. And then we'll
be diving into that.
Watching some freshness. Love 100%. The fresh Trek. Love fresh. 100%. And there's a lot of Trek coming out. We got Starfleet Academy. We've got the comedy show,
there's stuff in development. It's just the timing of it. I mean, best case scenario for any of that stuff's going to be this time next year, maybe.
Right.
Maybe November next year.
Yeah.
Because it takes so long to get that stuff up and going.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming the comedy will take the Lower Decks place, so pretty sure.
Yeah, which is still, again, I was so anti the concept of Starfleet Academy, and now I've kind of turned around. I'm going to be smart enough this time to go, I'll wait to see a trailer, or I'll wait to see who's the actors are, who's involved, before I go, that's stupid. Instinctually, I don't like the idea, but man, I'm proven wrong all the time.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I guarantee we're going to get a surprise guest star of good old Captain Burnham herself at some point. Come back and pew-pewing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. I suppose we better tie this up.
Yeah, that's it. Well, another great episode. Jason, VHS Jace, thank you so much for hanging out with me in the Captain's Quadrant. We have
Yep.
such a blast doing this every week, and you should have a blast doing it too. And don't be shy. Share it with your friends, and we'll be back next week with more stupid Star Trek questions. Comment below, and we'll put them on. Be
All
part
right,
of the show.
see you next week, guys.
Peace.
Extinction. Oh